Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with a one-page layout following along with this week's A Cherry on Top weekly sketch challenge. I am using the Rust Revs 2.0 collection from 49 Market. And I actually got this collection as part of the double shot kit from the ScrapRoom. So I am new to the ScrapRoom kits, but I am loving them. It is just such a good kind of, I don't know, the one kit is called Flavors of the Month, and that is exactly what it is. It is a good selection of the collections without committing to buying the entire collection. I have looked at the Rust Revs collection, but don't love all of the pieces, and so this is a great kind of test run, maybe you could say, of using the collection. So I am using the kind of mixed media background paper. There was mixed media on the sketch, but I don't love making a mess, and so I grabbed mixed media background instead. And then I decided to add layers. They had, I think the idea was watercolor behind the photo. I decided to rip a couple of the pattern papers from the collection and kind of layer those behind the photo just to add more. I was hoping to get more of the orange in there. He's got a little bit of rust color in his shirt. So I was hoping to kind of get more of that in there. And adding it to this side of kind of that rustic number paper added some. But then I tried to add some more to the right-hand side of that paper. And I really get more of the brown than the orange. I probably could have ripped it some more so that the orange was on the outside, but it is what it is, and I do get some of that orange, and the strip on the right of that number paper is really going to kind of be under my photo anyway, so it works out good enough, I guess. I love how the background paper has a place for your photo already. Obviously, I honestly probably could have just put my photo down right on there, but decided to use more of the papers on this layout. So with this one, it looks like I got 3 or 4 pattern papers, 2 pieces of kind of craft cardstock, and then that orange cardstock. And so I decided to use all of them. I triple matted my photo for this layout. And then what also I like about this, the kits from the ScrapRoom, or you get a selection of embellishments. So it really helps embellishing the layout come together a lot quicker. If you saw my layout yesterday, my pear tree cut file layout, I had so much of that collection that sometimes I just get overwhelmed and don't know how to embellish because I have too many options. So I have really been enjoying these kits. And I've really been almost focusing on them. I think I have killed 2 or 3 of them since getting them at the beginning of the month. So it's been really fun to use new products, but use them up as well instead of, hoarding them like I do quite often. So once I place the photo down, I will end up getting out the embellishments that came with my kit. Again, I feel like the perfect amount. I feel like I have enough to do one more layout, and that's great. That is fine by me. I don't need to do really more than 2, but yeah, it's been fun to kind of play around with all of these different collections that I don't already own. So there are quite a few layering pieces. I really did like that tag. I liked how it was orange, but I just felt like it didn't show up good enough on that numbered paper. And so I chose not to use that. One thing I like too is that a lot of the embellishments, or I guess there's different materials, textures, materials. I had some chipboard pieces, just some regular ephemera, just really a good assortment. So what I ended up doing was adding kind of that frame. That is a chipboard piece, and I cut that in half and then added almost like that library card, I don't know what you want to call it, next to it, because it said stand tall, and I really liked that. So I did layer those on top of each other, then decided to use the other half of that frame on the bottom left. And I wanted it kind of to hang down a little bit, but because I cut it in half, I needed to figure out how to kind of cover that up. So I ended up using that Rise and Grind for my title. They had their title down on the bottom left as well. So that's kind of where I decided to place mine. It's not a large title, but good enough, you know. And then I just accented the layout with different pieces. So there was a Brave tab, so I added that and layered more on the right of the photo. And then there was a star I'm going to layer, and another little piece to layer on the bottom left. And then there's one more phrase. I think that was chipboard as well. So I will add that to the bottom as well. And really that's going to finish off this layout. You might realize or notice that it's a little bit slower than my normal videos. And that's because I did not need to speed it up as much, because following the sketch and having a limited amount of products really allowed me to create this really quickly, which is amazing. I love a good quick layout. I don't have time for much more than that these days. So if you are short on time, grab a sketch, grab kind of a mini kit, maybe you could call it, and sit down. And I think you would be amazed at how quick you can create a layout. So that is going to finish off this layout. Definitely check out the scrap room and check out a cherry on top. I had so much fun creating with this collection, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.